Hi everyone, Johanna here. Today we're going to do a yin yoga practice focusing on the liver and the gallbladder. So whenever we're working with these channels, we tend to work with the side body, the outer legs, and the inner track of the legs. Today's practice is great to support the detoxification process in the body, as these organs really work closely with that, of course. And emotionally, it is a very nice practice to let go of excess heated emotions such as anger and frustration. So there's a close relation with these heated emotions and the liver and the gallbladder. So as we set our intention, let's bring our awareness to this, that we have the opportunity today to release some of that excess heat. So joining our hands, closing our eyes, and again setting this intention that we take the time in our practice to support these organs and to let go of any excess heat that might reside in these organs, so we can give space for more acceptance, kindness, love, and letting go of frustration and anger, whether we're directing that towards ourselves or towards others. Allow that to sink in for a moment. Good, and then gently lower down the hands. Softly lift yourself up from your seat. And you can come directly to a wide-legged child's pose. We will walk our hands forward, drop the forehead down towards the ground. If this feels a little too deep right now, you could always have a blanket underneath the forehead. And let's just settle in here with a couple of breaths, feeling the pressure along the inner track of the legs, where the liver channel is. A nice little extension here for your spine. And then we will do a little gentle side bending here. So just walk your hands over to the left side. And we're just warming up the side body, so holding for a couple of breaths. And then from here, coming through center, walking over towards the right side. And again, just a couple of breaths, feeling the left side of the body opening. Great, and then come back to center. Walk your hands gently back towards you, and let's bring ourselves into a seated position with the legs stretching out in front of us. So working with the outer track of the legs, we're going to come into deer pose. Let's lean over to the right side and just bending both legs in like that.
Move number 1 is chair pose. So stand with your feet at about hips width distance apart. That might help you find some more stability in chair pose. Rock your weight into your heels, sit your hips low, keep your heart up high. Arms can frame your face or maybe come down to heart center. This will help build a lot of power and strength in your legs. If it feels more comfortable, you might even bring your legs to touch and sink a little bit deeper in towards your heels. Move number 2 is power lunge. So start in a lunge position, balancing on the ball mound of your back foot, letting your front knee stack over your front ankle. From here, lean your torso over your front thigh, sweep your arms forward, down, and all the way back. Squeeze your inner thighs together and hold this shape for about 30 seconds. Move number 3 is crescent lunge. Starting in that same lunge position, balancing on the back ball mound of your back foot, keeping your front knee over your front ankle. Lift your torso so that your shoulders stack over your hips. It'll be really tempting to flare your ribs out, keep them in to keep your core engaged. From here, lift your arms up. You can either keep your fingers extended up towards the ceiling or bring them down to heart center. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other to create some stability and hold this for about 30 seconds. Move number 4 is one-legged mountain. We'll stand with your feet at hips width distance apart. Shift your weight into one of your legs and then lift the opposite leg up so that that thigh is parallel to the mat. You'll have your hands down by your sides and either gaze forward or straight down towards the mat as you hold this shape and develop your balance for about 30 seconds. Move number 5 is figure 4. So shift all of your weight into your standing leg, lift the opposite leg, and then hook your lifted ankle to the top of your standing thigh and start to sit your hips down low. Ground through the 4 corners of that foot, and then bring your hands to heart center. Your hands can also be lifted up towards the ceiling. You'll feel an openness in your hip and a lot of strength building in that right leg. Move number 6 will be tree pose, another balancing pose, so it'll require a lot of your focus. Start to shift your weight into one of your legs, let that be your foundation. Bring the sole of the opposite foot either to your ankle, to your calf, or your upper thigh. Avoid your knee to help protect that joint, and then take a deep breath in. Hands can either come by your sides, maybe they're at heart center, or you can lift them up and let your branches flow out. Hold this pose for about 30 seconds, maybe even up to a minute if you can stay stable, and then try it on the other side. Thanks for flowing with me. Again, my name is Paige, and this has been Movement of the Month Club. Tune in next week, and I'll show you some more yoga moves.